let's get to the BMF, baby. Before you set it up, if you're gonna have a BMF belt, we know what that bad mother, you know what? If you're gonna have that, that's the way it should be
potentially,
won. That's
potentially one of the best fights ever.
And to Dana White's point in the press conference afterward, you couldn't have said it better than he said it. He said, look, a lot of times at the end where one guy's dominating, and that guy would have been obviously Holloway, where he's got the win. He don't have to do nothing but stay on his feet, dance around. He said usually you see a guy raise his arms, dance around. He's got it. He already knows that it's in the bank, and that's how he ends it. But no. Now when you're fighting for a BMF, you can't do that. Yeah, it's got to be one man left standing. That's almost got to be written into the BMF belt.
Prerequisite.
Like in fine print. Yeah, in fine print at the bottom of the belt. No man left standing. Only one
Has
man
to be
can
a
leave.
Finish.
Yeah, one man, only
Two
one man
men
can
enter,
leave.
one man leaves.
That's right. No, only one man's allowed to leave. BMF. And that's what Holloway, and Ken, that's what Holloway did. He, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, I don't know what it was, but left to the right. He points to the, come on, let's finish it here. Come on. Let's go. And he points to the mat. And, of course, the great Gaethje, he obliges, of course. And they go at it. And, oh, my goodness. Go ahead,
Every time Gaethje kind of dipped his head like he was considering a takedown or at least doing a level change, Max Holloway hit him with a spinning back kick. Every single time. They start unloading on each other with wide punches. Gaethje's being a little bit more wide. And like you would always say, straight beats round. Connects, knocks him out, dangerous knockout on his face, out cold, completely unconscious, and Holloway not only gets the belt and the victory, but he walks away with $600,000.
Dana had increased it from $50,000 to $300,000, and he got both, so he got $600,000.
Wow.
Dana White also said this in the post-fight press conference. I work in a business, make a living in a business, making moments, and that was an old
for sure.
moment, and that's what it was. It was like that's the only way you could describe it. When you saw that, you were like, "Oh,
it's like a signature moment for Holloway for the rest of his career."
Holloway, he knew his formula is his formula. He'll fight you anywhere, but really he owns the outside with his jab and his legs, and that's what won the fight for him before that sensational, walk-off. His legs, not just kicking. I don't mean kicking. I mean in agility. I mean mobility, movement. His legs and his jab. He uses his legs for two things. One, for defense, to keep you off balance, keep the harder punching Gaethje you off balance, not let him get set. And also to set up his offense where he could get different spots to pot shot you, different spots to put his combinations, and he puts beautiful combinations together. He also won the fight because he had quicker hands. But he really won the fight because his fight plan was perfect. And styles do make fights. His style was a difficult style for Gaethje because he does own the outside. He is mobile. He is agile. He does move. He does keep you off balance. He does set up his offense off of that. And he does have faster hands. All of that. He controlled the rhythm of the fight. He controlled the distance of the fight. He controlled the range of the fight. He was the conductor in an orchestra. That's what he was. The only thing that he had, those small gloves instead of those sticks, that the conductor has in an orchestra, where he's basically controlling the orchestra. He's telling the string section, go ahead, strings, shut down strings. Okay, horns, go horns. Okay, horns, shut down horns. He was a conductor out there. He controlled everything that Gaethje could do. Gaethje couldn't get off. He couldn't get off at the right distance. Yeah, Gaethje maybe could have used the jab more. One thing Gaethje could have done was start kicking to the legs earlier. He started doing it a little later. He could have started doing it a little earlier. Try to take the wheels away that is so important to Holloway. He could have done, but Holloway makes it hard to do that because he moves those wheels. He doesn't make it, he doesn't make it easy for you to catch with those leg kicks. And he kicks back at you. He keeps you honest in that way. So, complete effort by Holloway. Magnificent display of abilities, cerebral, physically, boxing, everything. He is a special guy. He's a guy that's been doing it a long time. We know the chin that he has. He's got that titanium chin. It's not even titanium. It's an alloy we haven't discovered yet. He has that, but there was a moment. It might have been the only round that I gave to Gaethje. I had it 4-1. It would have been if it wasn't for the knockout. I had one round where Gaethje dropped him. I don't know. Again, I'm not seeing replays. I'm there live. So I don't know if his feet were off balance, but Gaethje caught Holloway on the inside. It looked like a right hand behind the ear. And Holloway went down. And he's never been down, from my knowledge. And he went down, got right up. So again, I don't know if it was a legitimate knockdown. Maybe Rob knows. Maybe you know. But it was a momentary thing. I'll give that round to Gaethje. Gaethje did more quick kicking too. So I'll give him one round. But otherwise, masterclass by Holloway, fighting his fight, not allowing Gaethje to get it into a firefight. Gaethje is more patient and deliberate than he used to be. He used to just, from the beginning, go into one gear and go get you. Now, he showed in the Dustin Poirier fight, which was a big win for him, where he was just more patient, not just wading in all the time. It got to a point where the only way he was probably going to win this fight was to wade in. But the problem was, when you try to wade in with Holloway, it's like I often say, it's like trying to go through a bad neighborhood at night. You get mugged. You get mugged on the way in. Holloway has those long arms. He catches you where it's good for him before you could get to him, where he has the edge. He puts punches together beautifully. He mixes up the punches beautifully. Just a masterclass performance. And then at the end, there's a reason why he caught Gaethje with that punch. When he got Gaethje to engage with him at the end, and of course Gaethje being a warrior, hats off to him too. Being a warrior, he's got a broken nose. He had 2 eye pokes. In the second round? He had 2 eye pokes. He got a broken nose. I'm pretty sure it was broken with a kick. I mean, all of that. No excuses, Gaethje. Just 100% warrior. And he goes and he meets him the last 10 seconds in the center of the ring. Here's the problem. Gaethje, at that point, is not as fresh as Holloway because he took a lot during the night. So he's not as sharp. And the second problem, he's just throwing punches. Holloway doesn't just throw punches. He places punches. He placed a couple downstairs, and then the killer punch, the one that knocked him out, he placed a couple down. He set him up beautifully downstairs, and then he dipped to his left like he was going to do something low again to his left, and he looped the right hand up top and caught him right on the button. And of course, Gaethje, as tough as he is, as great a chin as he has, never saw the punch coming. It was lights out, flat down, over. But Gaethje's throwing, Holloway's placing punches. It was just tremendous. He earned that $600,000 with that performance, and I'll finish with what I started with. If you're gonna have a BMF belt, that's the way you do it. That's the way you do it.